Global layoffs rise as AI reshapes workforce. Several major global companies across technology, finance, and manufacturing sectors are cutting jobs as weak economic sentiment and the rapid adoption of artificial intelligence reshape workforce needs. Firms are focusing on automation and efficiency, leading to reduced demand for traditional roles. The slowdown in consumer spending, tighter budgets, and concerns over global growth are further driving cost-cutting measures. Many companies are redirecting resources toward AI-driven projects to stay competitive, signaling a long-term structural shift in employment trends. Analysts warn that while AI promises productivity gains, it could also widen the skills gap and displace workers lacking digital and technical expertise. Trump may discuss NVIDIA chip with Xi. Former U.S. President Donald Trump said he may speak with Chinese President Xi Jinping about NVIDIA's powerful Blackwell AI chip, which he referred to as super-duper. The comment comes amid ongoing U.S.-China tensions over technology exports and AI dominance. NVIDIA's Blackwell chip represents a major leap in computing power, crucial for training advanced AI systems. Washington has restricted sales of such chips to China over national security concerns, aiming to limit Beijing's access to cutting-edge AI technology. Trump's remarks suggest he might consider a more flexible approach toward tech trade with China if re-elected, potentially reshaping U.S. semiconductor policy and global AI competition. Yandex Q3 revenue jumps 32%. Russian tech giant Yandex reported a 32% year-on-year rise in revenue for the third quarter, driven by strong performance in its e-commerce, advertising, and ride-hailing businesses. The company continues to expand its digital services despite economic challenges and Western sanctions. Growth in online advertising and logistics has helped Yandex maintain its position as Russia's leading internet company. Analysts say the company's ongoing investments in AI, delivery, and fintech are paying off, boosting user engagement and market share. The strong results come as Yandex undergoes a major restructuring following the sale of its international operations, focusing more on the domestic Russian market and local innovation. Foxconn to use humanoid robots in U.S. plant. Taiwanese manufacturing giant Foxconn plans to deploy humanoid robots at its upcoming AI server plant in Houston, Texas. The move aims to boost efficiency, reduce labor costs, and address worker shortages in high-tech production. These advanced robots will assist in assembling and testing AI servers, which are in growing demand due to the global AI boom. Foxconn, best known for assembling Apple's iPhones, is expanding into AI hardware manufacturing to diversify its business. The Houston facility marks a significant step in Foxconn's automation strategy, blending robotics and human labor to enhance productivity. Analysts see it as a glimpse into the future of AI-driven smart factories worldwide. Apple reaches $4 trillion on iPhone boost. Apple has hit a record $4 trillion market valuation, becoming the world's most valuable company once again, fueled by strong sales of its latest iPhone models. The new iPhones have sparked renewed consumer demand, especially in key markets like the US and China, helping Apple rebound from a recent slowdown. Investors are also optimistic about Apple's growing focus on AI and its expanding services segment, which includes iCloud, Apple Music, and the App Store. The milestone underscores Apple's continued dominance in the tech industry and investor confidence in its innovation pipeline. Analysts say the achievement cements Apple's position as a key driver of the global stock market's momentum. Amazon to invest $5 billion in South Korea. An Amazon subsidiary plans to invest $5 billion in South Korea, according to the country's presidential office. The investment will focus on expanding cloud computing infrastructure, artificial intelligence services, and data centers through Amazon Web Services, AWS. This move aims to strengthen South Korea's position as a regional digital hub and support local startups and enterprises in adopting advanced cloud technologies. The government welcomed the investment, saying it will create jobs and boost technological collaboration between South Korea and the U.S. Amazon's latest commitment highlights its ongoing global expansion in AI and cloud computing as competition with Microsoft and Google intensifies in the Asia-Pacific region. Microsoft, OpenAI ease fundraising limits. Microsoft and OpenAI have reached a new agreement that lifts previous restrictions on the ChatGPT maker's ability to raise funds independently. The move marks a major shift in their partnership, allowing OpenAI greater financial flexibility as it seeks to expand its artificial intelligence research and product development. Microsoft, which has invested billions in OpenAI, will still maintain close collaboration and access to its AI technology through Azure. Analysts see the revised deal as a sign of mutual trust and a strategy to prevent regulatory concerns over control and competition. The agreement is expected to help OpenAI attract new investors and accelerate innovation in the fast-growing AI industry. NVIDIA nears $5 trillion market value. NVIDIA's stock market value is approaching an unprecedented $5 trillion, putting it on track to challenge Apple and Microsoft as one of the world's most valuable companies. The surge is driven by booming demand for its AI chips, which power everything from data centers to generative AI applications like ChatGPT. Investors view NVIDIA as the backbone of the global AI revolution, with soaring chip sales and strong profit margins fueling confidence. The company's Blackwell GPU lineup and dominance in AI hardware have solidified its leadership in the semiconductor industry. Analysts say if the rally continues, NVIDIA could soon become the first chipmaker to reach the $5 trillion milestone. NVIDIA's $1 billion bet lifts Nokia to 10-year high. Nokia's shares surged to their highest level in a decade after NVIDIA invested $1 billion in the Finnish telecom giant, fueling optimism about AI-driven growth. The partnership aims to accelerate the use of artificial intelligence in telecom networks, combining Nokia's 5G infrastructure expertise with NVIDIA's advanced AI and chip technologies. Investors see the move as a strong vote of confidence in Nokia's transformation from a traditional phone maker to a key player in digital networks and AI innovation. The deal is expected to enhance network automation, improve efficiency, and support next-generation communication systems. Analysts say the investment could mark a turning point in Nokia's long-term revival. Amazon to cut 14,000 jobs for AI focus. Amazon is set to lay off around 14,000 corporate employees as part of a major restructuring to prioritize artificial intelligence development. The job cuts will mainly affect non-technical and support roles across various departments, allowing the company to redirect resources toward AI-driven projects and automation. CEO Andy Jassy has emphasized that AI will be central to Amazon's future growth, influencing everything from logistics and retail to cloud computing through AWS. The move follows similar workforce reductions by other tech giants seeking efficiency amid slowing global growth. Analysts say the cuts highlight a broader industry trend, replacing traditional roles with AI-powered systems to boost productivity and innovation. U.S. tightens curbs on Chinese tech firms. A U.S. federal agency has voted to tighten restrictions on Chinese technology companies considered national security threats. The new measures will make it harder for firms linked to China to access American technology, equipment, and investment. The decision reflects growing concerns in Washington over espionage risks, data security, and China's rapid advances in AI and telecommunications. Companies involved in sectors like 5G, semiconductors, and cloud computing are expected to face tougher scrutiny. The move aligns with broader U.S. efforts to safeguard critical tech infrastructure and reduce dependency on Chinese supply chains. Beijing has criticized such actions, calling them politically motivated and harmful to global trade stability. Brazil car output at risk from chip shortage. Brazilian automakers may be forced to suspend vehicle production if the global semiconductor shortage continues, a senior government official has warned. The chip crisis, which has disrupted supply chains worldwide, is now threatening Brazil's automotive industry, a key pillar of its economy. Car manufacturers are already facing delays in receiving crucial electronic components used in modern vehicles. The government is reportedly in talks with industry leaders to find short-term solutions, including alternative sourcing and temporary production adjustments. Analysts warn that prolonged shortages could lead to factory shutdowns, job losses, and reduced exports, underscoring the deep impact of the global chip supply crunch on emerging markets like Brazil. Global foundries to invest €1.1 billion in Germany. U.S. chipmaker GlobalFoundries announced plans to invest €1.1 billion to expand its semiconductor manufacturing facility in Dresden, Germany. The expansion aims to boost production capacity for advanced chips used in automotive, industrial, and AI applications. The move comes as Europe pushes to strengthen its domestic semiconductor industry and reduce reliance on Asian suppliers amid global supply chain challenges. Supported by both the German government and the EU Chips Act, the project is expected to create new jobs and enhance Europe's technological resilience. GlobalFoundries said the investment reflects growing demand for locally produced chips as digital transformation accelerates across key industries in the region. NVIDIA to build AI supercomputers for U.S.'s China return. NVIDIA has announced plans to build advanced AI supercomputers for the U.S. Department of Energy, strengthening America's leadership in artificial intelligence research and high-performance computing. The systems will support scientific innovation, climate modeling, and energy development. At the same time, NVIDIA has expressed interest in re-entering the Chinese market, which remains a major source of revenue despite U.S. export restrictions on high-end AI chips. The company is exploring compliant ways to resume business in China without violating trade rules. Analysts say this dual strategy highlights NVIDIA's effort to balance national security sensitivities with global market opportunities as demand for AI hardware continues to surge worldwide. Trump Media expands into prediction markets. Trump Media and Technology Group, the parent company of Truth Social, plans to launch a prediction markets platform, allowing users to bet on outcomes of events such as politics, sports, and entertainment. The move signals the company's effort to diversify beyond social media and tap into the fast-growing online wagering sector. Prediction markets operate by letting users trade shares based on future events, reflecting crowd-based forecasting trends. Analysts say this expansion could boost user engagement on Truth Social and generate new revenue streams. However, the platform may face strict U.S. regulatory scrutiny, given the overlap between online gambling, political activity, and financial speculation.